What is well-to-wake emission? As part of revised greenhouse gas strategy, IMO has adopted guidelines on life cycle GHG intensity of marine fuels. These allow for an assessment of greenhouse gas emissions from the fuel production to the ship, well-to-wake, from primary production to carriage of the fuel in a ship's tank, well-to-tank, and from the ship's fuel tank to the exhaust, tank-to-wake. This include raw material acquisition, covers emissions from the extraction, obtention, and collection of necessary raw materials and their transportation to the fuel manufacturing facility. Fuel production covers emissions from the fuel manufacturing processes, which transforms raw materials into marine fuel. Transportation and storage covers emissions from the transportation of marine fuel via pipeline, truck, or ship to onshore and bunkering facilities, including compression or liquefaction. Bunkering covers emissions from transfer of marine fuel from storage facilities to ship tanks. Onboard storage covers emissions occurring while marine fuel is held onboard ships under specific temperature and pressure conditions. Energy conversion covers emissions from the use of fuel onboard ships as they operate and travel, expelling GHG emissions directly into the environment. The shipping industry is already looking into production processes that use renewable energy from wind and solar power and renewable feedstocks to make green fuels. Net zero shipping means developing GHG-free supply chains for alternative fuels that account for all upstream activities. While shipowners cannot build a zero-emission marine fuels alone, they may play an active role in creating a well-to-wake vision of sustainability. Assessing the impact of upcoming regulations concerning net zero emission strategy, considering alternative fuels, care should be taken to evaluate whether these fuels will be sustainable from the production stage. Cooperation efforts that include both marine stakeholders and fuel suppliers are likely to ensure steady demand and resolve this issue. What is Life Cycle Assessment, LCA? A well-to-wake certification system for fuel accounts for all greenhouse gas emissions throughout the fuel's life cycle, from extraction or production to onboard use, providing a more complete picture of a fuel's environmental impact. This system is crucial for accurately assessing the carbon footprint of fuels, including alternative options like biofuels and e-fuels, and for driving sustainable fuel sourcing and use in the maritime industry. Well-to-wake is a form of life cycle assessment, LCA, analyzing emissions across all stages of a fuel's journey, including raw material extraction, production, transportation, storage, and finally, its use on board a vessel. Although legislation is growing, owners and operators investigating well-to-wake emissions today must collect data from numerous sources and ensure the origin, recording, and traceability of their bunkering. As this is currently done on a voluntary basis, it is harder for shipowners to assess upstream emissions. Thank you for watching the video. For more marine topics, please subscribe the channel. Please help us with your valuable feedback to improve the contents.